Casey Cruz here, and I'm in Sedona, Arizona right now, and we're on a hike, Devil's Bridge, and along the way I'm going to teach you how we can use exercise in America for rehab programs with people dealing with AUD and SUD, and if they both have that combined together, then how we can use exercise with that.
Go over a few things before we start. One of them is our driving question, and that is, can exercising be an effective program that can help to strengthen and nourish the physical well-being of a current or previous AUD and SUD individual? Now, that driving question has changed over the process of making this project, as we have seen that it is not a firm belief yet that exercise is an effective tool in research and within clinics, as clinics have shown that a lot of them do not implement exercising into their rehab programs like counseling and group discussions. So what we're hoping to see in these planned results of our project is that we see more exercise programs being taken part into rehab programs. As the research we will present today, we believe that exercise is an effective way, and we hope to show you that through this video. Now let's quickly go over what the meaning of AUD and SUD is, as I'm sure you are all wondering what that means. Well, AUD and SUD is alcohol and substance abuse use disorders, AUD being the alcohol and SUD being the substance use disorders. And the definition under the DSM-5, which is the general dictionary, I guess you could say, for all disorders, is that anyone meeting the 2 out of 11 criteria are diagnosed with these orders, and you will see this criteria listed above in the video, and that is what AUD and SUD is: alcohol or substance use disorder.
So now that we've learned the meaning of AUD and SUD, we're going to now apply what these mean to statistics. So in the world, 15% of individuals are likely to have SUD at some point in their life. And we also know that 250,000 deaths occur due to illicit drug use, and 2.25 million people die from alcohol abuse disorders. So let's break this down a little bit more. So in the terms of just United States, we see about 19.7 million people that are 12 years and older dealing with substance abuse in 2017. And 74% of those individuals that were 12 years and older also dealt with alcohol use disorders. So to put that into perspective with that criteria, that's 1 out of 8 people fitting that 12 years and older having alcohol or substance, and sometimes both put together. Break from our hike, I want to go a little bit more deeper into this. So now that we've seen this statistics worldwide and for the US, we have a big problem, and we need to figure that out. And one of the shocking statistics that I found was that 60% of individuals with SUD are likely to relapse within a year, and that statistic is pretty similar with the alcohol abuse disorder as well. So what we are currently doing in our system of rehab, to a fair point, is not working as well as we'd hope it to. So Shay and I are looking towards exercise as a way to help lower that statistic and bring it down so that people are less likely to relapse and live a healthier life while doing this. Now that we're done with that little break and we're up a little bit higher, let's talk about what the research says. So a study in 2018 with a man of Robinson went to see what was the most likely thing that people that have addiction relapse to, and he found that it was cravings. So he had a study where he measured the effects of cravings with aerobic exercise and seeing if that could reduce the cravings, and his results were, as he hoped, that aerobic exercise reduced the amount of cravings that people had, specifically with cocaine addiction, and that it also had effects of reducing negative emotions and withdrawal symptoms. So I know what you're thinking. The previous study is just aerobic exercises, and I think it's a certain belief with exercising, just with overall fitness and so on, is that you only get these benefits from having an aerobic exercise, which means distance running, and which most people don't like to do. And to understand this perception of why this is going on, I dug a little bit deeper, and around the era from the 70s and 80s, we would only see really researches focusing on aerobic exercise. And so that was starting to be the belief, but no one ever tested different types of circuits and stuff like that. Even though aerobic exercise still worked, we never saw if there was circuit training or weightlifting. And so there was a study done, and a little bit later in 1995 by a man named Palomar, and he took 3 different groups: an aerobic group, a bodybuilding group, and then a circuit training group. And the 2 results that were in that didn't have significant results were the aerobic group and the circuit group, but we did find results in the bodybuilding group. So the main takeaway, what I want you guys to have with the 3 different types of groups of the aerobic and the circuit training and the bodybuilding group, as they were only testing for depressive symptoms with people dealing with substance abuse disorder, is that you don't have to do aerobic training to see these types of benefits being involved. Bodybuilding is another way to see these results.
So we've gone over studies now that show aerobic exercises and even activities like bodybuilding can work to improve psychological health, decrease cravings, and depressive symptoms. But what about the type of effort? What kind of effort do you need to see these kind of results that we're seeing in these studies? And so a person by the Zhao, his name is Zhao, in 2014, did a study on to see what effort works best. And what he found that it does not matter what effort you have, just as long as you have a set program and that you keep to that program. So it could be moderate to mild, just as long as you keep the pattern, you will see a result. So a misconception that I don't want this video to portray is that running or exercising, bodybuilding, so on, can simply fix this problem of alcohol use disorder or substance use disorder. And to provide more context, a study by Frith in 2018, his objective was to see if exercise could get you to quit smoking. So no other use of treatment or resources were used except exercise. And his results were non-significant. He did not get enough people to quit for it to be a significant result. And I think this is important. Running, exercising, whatever thing you do should not be viewed as a fix-all. It should be used as a tool to the shed that can help someone dealing with these types of disorders. And one that kind of shows that is a study by Coughlin in 2017. He used exercise along with all the other regular things he does as group discussions and counseling with one-on-ones. And what he saw with incorporating exercises, he was able to reduce certain symptoms such as negative mood, abstinence-induced cravings, cue-induced cravings, and symptoms withdrawal severity. And he was able to nullify these certain symptoms due to not just running, but other forms that he's used to. But he said that he saw a better result, I guess you could say, with using exercise as well. And a study by Zhang in 2016 also used this cue of different type of symptoms with running, except with methamphetamine users, and got the same result, as he saw he could nullify these symptoms by using exercise and other tools. Our desired result with this video and this research is to simply use exercise as a tool to help
reduce the amount of statistics we see with people affected with a substance and alcohol use disorders. We believe that exercise can be an effective way, along with other measures, to reduce these statistics and provide a healthier and better life for these individuals. It is not a one size fits all, and it may or may not work, but there is research showing that this can help you or any individual dealing with these disorders to. So if you know anyone who's struggling, or if it's you yourself, we say go out, exercise, bring a friend, and have fun. And just enjoy what you are doing, and that will lead to a healthier life. Thank you.